When the mark of the beast is enforced by America, Sunday law, you must understand that preparation for Seventh-day Adventists is over. What must be our condition when America enforces that Sunday law? We must have gained victory over all sin. We must have gained victory over all sin. We must be in a sinless condition. We must be in a sinless condition. Sinless condition. Sinless condition.
God desires perfection, because the image of God is only fully reflected when there is sinlessness. When there is sinlessness. Sinlessness. Because there is no sin in the character of God. You look at me as though I'm from Mars. How much sin is in God's character? Then in order to reflect it perfectly, how much sin must we have? None. Which is what God wants in us before He comes. What God wants in us before He comes. Before He comes. Before He comes. Before He comes.
If we are resigned to the idea that we are destined to continue living in sin until Jesus comes, then what you're really saying is, I don't believe God can sanctify me because I think that the devil is more powerful than God is. That is totally against what Jesus teaches. And so when we in the churches begin to become comfortable with the idea that we are just destined and resigned to being defeated, it really says the devil is big enough to tempt you to sin, but God is not big enough to keep you from sin. That's at the core of that teaching. You can't escape it, friends. The Lord can give you victory. You can't name a sin that God can't give you victory over. You name a sin, maybe you haven't gotten victory, but I can point to somebody that has. And so if He did it for them, He can do it for you. Jesus said, sin no more, lest a worse thing come upon you. He did not say you're going to have to just kind of cut back a little bit. How much sin can we still cling to and be saved? If there is any area where sin is ruling in your life, then you're not saved. Then you're not saved. Then you're not saved. Christ wants to have victory.